You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM in Washington Township, New Jersey. Also on the web, WNJC1360.com, a Forsyth Broadcasting Company. Stay tuned for the Mystic.
It is I, the Mystic, coming to you live once again from beautiful WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia, and of course broadcasting to you live at the Mystic's Realm Studios in beautiful Westville, New Jersey, soon to be Belmar, New Jersey, folks. We are moving and we should be set up really, really nicely over there. And once we are, we'll be go ahead and filming the shows once again, and with a brand new set, I might add. So that's a pretty exciting thing. And of course, those of you watching at home, you guys remember my cat Sonia, who decided to just jump on my lap. Anyways, welcome to the show, folks. This is the Mystic Hour, Tri-State Area, and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. I, of course, am your host, the Mystic, professional psychic of 15 years, here to assist you in matters of love, life, health, success, and of course, destiny. That's right. Okay, so first off, thank you so much for tuning into the show this week. I'd like to thank all of you for that. And I'd also like to say hello to some great people over at Dempster's in Mount Holly, folks. Once again, I had another great week over there. It is always a pleasure to come out to that place. And, of course, we're going to be doing it again this week, this coming Thursday, folks. I will be there at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant, and I'll be doing free psychic readings to the public. All you got to do is get anything off the menu, and you can come on over and sit with me live, face-to-face, for a few minutes. It's pretty cool. And, of course, free of charge, compliments of Dempster's, and that's in Mount Holly, New Jersey, on Route 38. And they are awesome there. Their food is awesome there. The music's awesome there. The people are awesome there. So come on out. And, again, those of you that were there last week, I had such a great time. Thank you so much. Can't wait to do it again. Okay. Also, I'd also like to say hello to one of our brand new sponsors. This is a beautiful place out in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, called skirmish.com, folks. Those of you that are into military simulations, gaming, that sort of thing, using paintball, and soon to be airsoft, this is the place to go. You got to go there as soon as you can. So check it out. It's in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and it's called Skirmish USA, and you can check them out on the web at www.skirmish.com, or just call them at 1-800-SKIRMISH. Good stuff. And we actually have an event planned there, which we'll be discussing later on this hour, okay? In the meantime, I want to remind you all again, this is a free call-in live psychic talk show. I'm your host, the Mystic, professional psychic of 15 years, here to assist you in matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. You guys can give me a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call. In the meantime, I do believe we have some callers on. The lovely Karen is attending to those people now. We do have a caller. Let's go ahead and take them now. Caller, you are live. Good evening. Are you there, caller? Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. Your name?
Selma?
I'm sorry?
Selma?
Selma.
Yeah.
Lovely.
How are you?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Beverly, New Jersey.
Oh, lovely. And how can I help you this evening?
Just a couple things going on in my life, and I was just wondering if maybe you could tell me, would I be selling my house soon?
Okay.
And and that's just my main thing. And just, I guess, in general, how's, finance going to be?
Okay. We'll stand by, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and focus on that a little bit.
Okay.
And just see what comes up, and we'll just kind of go from there, okay?
Thank you.
My most humble pleasure to serve you. Okay, first off, dealing with your present position, and this is some of the things that seem to, have been a bit overwhelming to you lately. What's been going on is it seems like you have not even had the opportunity to actually get involved with anything that you're trying to do. It seems like you don't even have to think about it. A lot of this stuff just seems to be almost happening right now. God stepping in and making some things kind of go your way. And I'll tell you, I think this window is wide open for you. I think it's going to be that way for quite some time, but, take advantage of it while you can. I think this is a great time for you to sell your house.
Okay.
I do.
Do you see that happening soon for me?
I do. I do. And I don't think you have that wrong on it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay.
Again, it's all about promotion and marketing. This is, a big thing when it comes to anything that you want to do in life, whether you want to sell a house or, find a new love, whatever. You got to promote. You got to let people know you exist, right?
That's very true.
Okay, so, it's the same thing here, and I do feel that you guys are hooked up. And, there's always people out there that tune into my show, that call the show, that, are trying to make changes in their life. And that includes moving. That includes, getting a new house and sometimes selling their old one and this and that and the other. So, I got to tell you, I do think that's definitely going to happen for you. But, give credit where credit's due here, because I really sense that, a lot of these things that you're undergoing right now should have happened a little sooner than they did, like about 2.5 years sooner, to be more precise. But, right?
A little bit delayed, huh?
But you know what? It's better late than never as far as that's concerned. And I really think that because you didn't do this on your own, I feel you still have to. And I feel that God feels that you have to. And I feel that he kind of just stepped in and gave you a little push there. So, there's a reason why this is happening. You got to pursue this.
Okay.
All right? I really feel that strongly for it. And as far as the house is concerned, I definitely think this is the way to go. Now, as far as your finances themselves, here, this is another issue, too. I feel that you're pushing yourself. I do feel that in that respect, you are letting people know you exist. You are letting people know that you're out there. So, the more you do this, of course, the more connections you're going to have.
Right.
And this is really what it's all about as far as finances, in your line of work anyway.
Okay.
Right? So this is what it's all about. And honestly, I think you're doing very well in all these respects. But again, I think it's because you're not trying to interfere. You're not doubting yourself. You're not straying away from your objectives right now. You're just letting it happen, and you're not trying to rethink it all, because that's when you interfere. That's when you kind of talk yourself out. So, I think you're doing the right thing here.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay very focused and hoping and praying for the sale of the house. So.
I do sense that's definitely going to be happening here really, really quickly. I think you'll probably have a buyer within the next, stand by here. It won't be this month. It won't be next. It'll probably be the third month. So, we're looking around June, July.
Okay. All right.
You'll have a buyer around there. I really sense that strongly. And when you do, I want you to call the show.
I absolutely will.
Okay?
I absolutely will.
I do. I think this is going to be good for you. In fact, if you'd like to take a quick moment to plug the house, you're more than welcome to. Get it out there.
Not on the air.
Okay. Well, no, if you're still living there, I guess that probably wouldn't be good, but yeah. Well, I mean, if you have a realtor in mind, you're welcome to plug the realtor or whatever you need to do to get rid of your house. And we're here to help. This is what our show does. So, this is what we do. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to happen for you, dear.
Thank you.
My most humble pleasure. God bless you and your entire family. Thanks for calling the show.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks. Wow, Beverly, I'll tell you, lovely little area. let me tell you, folks, that goes for a lot of people out there. When it comes to whether it's business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an idea of yours, whether it's a concept of yours, the whole aspect of it, the whole way it's going to make, a true successful venture is through your connections and through promotion. It's all about your marketing. It's all about, the more people that know about it, the more people that'll, want it. It's just a numbers game. So, and this is true with any industry, and that includes like the music industry. You listen to all the garbage that's on the radio today and you wonder, how did that happen? Well, it's the marketing. That's all it is. It's just the marketing aspect of it. Somebody says we can make a lot more money if we invest X amount of dollars. And they get a return, and if they don't, then it's just a write-off anyway. So, what's the difference to them? And that's how the corporate industry works. Ooh, right? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm in a very good mood. This, again, is going to be my last show here in the Mystics Realm in Westville. We're going to be doing the show Belmar starting next week, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully starting next week. Anyway, we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Keep our fingers crossed. So we do have another caller, so let's go ahead and take that caller now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
I wasn't sure if I was actually next in the queue or not.
You most certainly are. Ooh, next in the queue. You are indeed. You are indeed. It's great to hear from you. First off, your name?
My name is Louise.
Louise, where are you calling from?
Calling from Burlington.
Oh, fab. Another New Jersey caller. And how can I help you this evening?
I just have one question for you this evening.
Sure.
And my question is, if you could give me any insight on a job interview that I went to today.
Okay. One of the first things that I sense from that right away is when it comes to your situation, you are walking into a bit of a trap here. Like, once you make this call, if they do accept you, you're going to have to commit. And if you do commit to this, I really sense a really strong leap of progression for you. I really do. I think this is going to go I think this went very well. I definitely think you're going to get a call back. So when you go back in there, be ready to commit.
Oh, I'm ready to commit. I'm really hoping, just from the interview, the way that it went and how they described the working environment and the position itself, is something that I really, really want. I think it's going to fulfill all these little things that I've been trying to find in other jobs.
I totally agree with you. And again, the only thing here is, wow, the commitment is what they want more than anything else. And if you can provide that for them, I definitely see great things here. And, it's an interesting job. It's not, neck-breaking. It's a lot more calculated, a lot more in your groove, I guess would be a good way to put it. So, this is a great thing for you. I really, really sense that. But, commitment is the key here, and I think you already have that. So, God bless you on that. Now, one other thing that I'm seeing here, too, is, I do see the opportunity for a move because of this.
Excellent. Wow.
Now, I don't, this is entirely up to you. I do sense that. I don't sense they're going to force you to do it, but I do sense a move in the future. Not in the immediate future, but down the road, once you've shown your commitment, etc., I definitely sense a move that's going to be involved. But I think they're the ones that are going to push the move on you. It won't be an idea of yours. You understand?
That is so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Did they mention any of that?
No, actually, they didn't mention it. However, I did sort of, when I took the interview, and I was doing some research on the company, that is actually a possibility. And where I saw that they were located is actually, like all the different little places, it's actually a place that I was interested in moving to.
Great.
I just didn't know how it was all going to come about. It was something I'm looking at for later on. It wasn't even a concern or a worry or even a question right now, but it was just a goal, I guess.
Well, I think that's going to be part of the big plan here, eventually, which is, a godsend. That's a beautiful thing. So, how can you beat that? Yeah. I think this is going to be great for you. I really think you did well. I really sense that.
Okay.
I really sense that. I do sense they're going to talk to you again very, very shortly. But at the same time, I mean, they're going to emphasize to you again, this is a big deal. It's not a joke. And they really emphasize that. And that's cool. You know what I mean? But, I do feel that you're going to have a lot of room to grow there. I do.
Excellent. Excellent. That's exactly
So there's your
right.
question. Now, is there anything else I can answer for you while I have you on the air?
Do you...
What else you got going on?
Let's see. Do you see me moving before this other possibility, this other move?
Wow. Actually, this time frame looks right on point. It looks right around the same time. It's, this is all going down really, really quickly. I really sense that. And, like you said, you're already talking about, a move towards that area anyway. So, this would definitely be a good thing.
Good.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now, would you see this move being just my daughter and I, or do you see somebody moving in with me at all?
Stand by on that.
Okay.
I only see the two of you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I only see you and the daughter.
Okay.
That's all I see.
Good. Okay.
That is all I see there. Now, there's one other thing that I'm seeing here. And it seems like it has to... stand by a second. Give me just a moment here. I want to see if I can pull this in a little clearer.
Okay.
What I'm seeing here is a really strong... and this is also in your future. Not immediate, but this is a little further down the road, a couple years. But I see a really strong affinity for water here. What's up with that? Is there a need for a boat here, or what is it that I'm seeing? I'm seeing a lot of water, and it's almost like a calling. Is there someplace in particular that you've always wanted to go to in the water, or what am I seeing here with that? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. No. I have
Very
no clue.
interesting.
I mean, the only... places that I had considered moving that I was really looking into, which would be the New England states, had my my desire to move into those areas had nothing to do with water.
Right.
Unless you're seeing snow, and that's water.
Or it could be a lake. Could be
Lake
lakes.
Champlain, maybe.
Could be lakes. Could be lakes. But it is. It's just a lot of water. A lot of water. Definitely not a pond or a creek or anything like that. This is a lot of water. A lot of water. And, New England has some lovely lakes, actually. Yeah. Especially like New Hampshire and things like that. They have some really beautiful...
Well, I know that in Vermont there's Lake Champlain.
Also, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Yep. I think there's even supposed to be a sea monster there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's, what is his name?
I forget. Maybe we can do a segment on that sometime. That could be fun. Yeah, but yeah, it's, I do. I see a large body of water here. But, again, this is a glimpse of your future. I don't know if it's a move or if it's just a vacay, but it's definitely a heck of a lot longer than overnight. I'll tell you that. It's definitely more than one night that I'm seeing here. It feels like a move. It really does. It feels like something on a lake, beach house, something very close to the water. I really sense that. So, again, this is a couple years down the road. And that, I got to tell you, I do see a third party involved at that point.
Okay.
I got to tell you that, too.
But that's later on down the road.
Right.
Okay. All right. But the job, okay, so this interview went well. I should hear from them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Very, very shortly. Very shortly. I would say within the next couple of days, if you haven't heard from them in a week, I'd definitely be calling them back. Get them on the horn, because there's a problem on their end. Yep.
Cool. So if I can get
that'll show your commitment.
Excellent. Because if I can get this job, then there's a house that I happen to be looking at right now, and if I can get this job, then I can get this house.
See, there you go. You know, this is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of the commitment factors are being thrown at you right now, and the majority of them are really good. You know, I don't think you want to get much deeper into that aspect, but the majority of them are good. And that's a great thing. And you are a very committed person. It's a shame not everybody's as committed, but you are very committed to, you know, your life, your lifestyle, and the people around you, which is awesome. But, you know, right now you have to look out for you, and that's what you're doing, and God bless you for it.
Thank you.
My most humble pleasure. I can tell them as I see it, you know?
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're doing really good. Just, you know, the thing you have to remember is, you know, these are tests of commitment that you're being dealt here.
Okay.
Whether it's from fate or the man upstairs or your higher power, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's still the same gig.
Okay.
You know?
Now, I noticed that you keep saying, you keep mentioning commitment with this position. Is this something that I should feel intimidated with? Do you think that I'm going to be able to handle this?
No, but what I'm saying is this isn't the only lesson of commitment that you're being dealt right now.
Okay.
It's coming at you on several levels.
Okay.
You know, including the new house. That's another commitment that's coming at you. So, you know, there's a few of these that are in the works for you right now, the majority of which are very, very good. There's a couple of them that aren't so good.
That aren't so good?
That are not so good, that are going to be thrown at you, but you'll know the difference. I have faith in you.
Are you able to, like, elaborate on that just a little bit more?
Sure. Right now, you're trying to get your act together as far as you and your daughter and the relationship, not just with you and your daughter, but with you and you. And you're working on that really hard right now, and you're making leaps and bounds, and this is where all this job progression and everything else is stemming from. It's from your strengths and trying to become more independent. This is what you're all about right now. So, you know, after pulling yourself together from all that mess and really making it happen for yourself, now somebody else is going to come into the picture and try to take that away from you. And personally, I don't sense that you are really going to have that kind of time. And, you know, the whole thing, it's going to be another commitment, but this is a commitment of weakness, not strength. And that's not what you're about anymore. So I don't think that's going to happen like that. And I think that's why the relationship and aspect is going to take that much longer to, you know, really go the way it's supposed to. Because you're going to be busy, which is a great thing, you know. But it doesn't change what I see.
Right.
You know.
Do you see that that relationship is going to progress at all, or is it just going to fizzle out and die, and maybe that's the water that you see it's going to drown? I don't know.
Maybe you're going to hold somebody under till the bubbles stop. No, I don't sense that at all. No, nothing like that. No, on the contrary, I don't think there is well, it's not love at first sight there. And that's what you're shooting for.
No.
You know, that's what you're shooting for. That's what you want. And that's what you deserve. No question. And you will find that. You will.
Okay.
You will find out. Within these 3 years' time. But it's going to be, and at that point, you'll have a little bit more together, but you're still not going to have a lot of time to commit to the relationship, but this person will be much more understanding. That I can promise you.
Okay.
I know what I see here with us. And, I mean, you're very focused right now, but, you know, you're pushing yourself, and that's a good thing. You know, that's a great thing. You're doing good. This is a great thing. And, you know, I know you're looking out for yourself and you're looking out for your daughter, but, you know, make sure you look out for yourself first, because you got to look out for her, too. You know, if you don't look out for you, you're not going to do much good for her or anybody else, for that matter.
Right.
So you got to, you know, this is why I say commitment is your test right now. Because, you know, you're getting it from every angle. You've got a whole new commitment thing with your daughter because of your independence. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You've also got a brand new commitment as far as this, you know, whole new job thing is concerned, because they're going to make you commit, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you're also, you know, working this relationship gig, and I sense an ultimatum coming. I really do.
On my part? I mean, is there going to be an ultimatum that I'm going to give him, or he's going to give me?
I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this. You know, I don't sense the chains that bind the break anytime soon. I'll tell you that, as far as he's concerned. But as far as you're concerned, you know, again, this is another challenge of commitment that's going to be thrown at you. I do sense that. Now, what the ultimatum is on your part or his, that's a different story, but I do sense the actual commitment factor is going to come from them. And I don't think they have the right to ask you that, to be perfectly honest with you, but I don't want to get into that with you. If you want a private reading, you're welcome to call me. The number's 856-803-4463. We'll set up a personal reading. We can talk about it all you want. But on the air, you know, things are different. You know,
keep a little private.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the beauty of this show. You know, we can skim on some stuff, let you know, I know what you see, and let you know whether you're doing the right thing or not. But, you know, as far as, like, making your life decisions, of course, this is your choice, you know. But I think you're doing very well right now. I really, really, really do. I do. I think you're doing great. But, you know, all these commitment factors are coming at you now. And it's going to be like that for a little while. Like, for the next couple of years, you're going to be making commitment after commitment. You're going to have decisions. Should I commit? Should I not? Over every aspect. I'm telling you. And the biggest one, of course, being yourself. And this is, you know, that was the first leap. You were like, ugh. You know?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. You go, girl. This is working for you. It is. It's working for you. So God bless you on that. And that's what I see on that. And, you know, I'll tell you, I think you're doing really well on your own right now. I think you're just starting to taste your independence. But remember, you're vulnerable right now, and that's what you got to be careful of, because that's when people prey on you the most. It's like, you know?
Right.
And they get what they want and say the heck with you. And that's no good.
No.
Right?
Not at all.
So, you know, that's what I see as far as that's concerned. But honestly, I think you're doing really, really well on your own right now. And you're getting to a point now where you've made a couple, shall we say, vows of faith. Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, when you do that, you know, you see all these evangelists and all these preachers out there saying, you got to make a vow of faith, you got to make a vow of faith, you do that and you'll get everything. And, of course, their vow of faith means that you got to send them money. But that's not what the vow of faith is. When the Bible talks about this, you know, the vow of faith is just a commitment, there's that word again for you, you know, to yourself and your higher power. That's it. And if you take 10%, like they said, you know, the faith of a mustard seed will move a mountain into the sea. Well, it's the same thing with, you know, putting that type of faith in yourself. If you put that in there and you just take that 10% of your life and commit it to God and commit it to, you know, bettering yourself and being closer to, you know, your higher power and you know, anything you got to do for that time. It's only 10% of your life. That's, you know, not a lot. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing. But, you know, this is it. This is all that, you know, that they're after. And when you do this, when you make these type of commitments to yourself, of course you're going to progress. That's just the way of things. But you're doing it, kids. And that's you know, That's the icing on the cake. You're doing it yourself, and God bless you for that. You and your daughter have a lot to be proud of. No question. Both of you.
Excellent.
Yep. So that's what I see for you there, darling. Hey, but I want to thank you so much for calling the show. It's always a pleasure to hear from my peeps everywhere. This is really great. I'm hearing from all these New Jersey peeps tonight. But I want to thank you so much for calling the show, and, of course, God bless you and your entire family.
Thank you, and you too.
You're awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks. Wow, we're right already at the half-hour point. Boy, we just fly by, don't we, folks? Okay, so I guess what we're going to do, if lovely Karen's out and about, I guess we're going to go ahead and go to commercial. And when we come back, we'll have absolutely free psychic reading supplements of the mystic. So stick around, will you? Right on.
Our hero, high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there. God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that book?
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the app.
Does your spirit need a vacation as bad as you do?
Look no further. Coming December of 2007, the Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. 7 days and nights on one of the world's largest cruise ships. As we travel the Caribbean and check out the islands of the Bahamas, you'll join us for 3 exclusive seminars by the Mystic as you enjoy everything the ship has to offer. Dinners, parties, even an exclusive cocktail party for the Mystic's special guests. If you snorkel, you can be the Mystic's guest as he performs a never-attempted underwater psychic reading on stones said to be built by Atlantis. A not-to-miss event. Meet fellow spiritualists from all over the world, perfect for singles or couples. Check the website for details or call Cruise Events at 1-800-695-5253. Book now. Cabins are going very fast. That number again is 1-800-695-5253. Ask for Susan, and we'll see you in the Bahamas.
Greetings, Philadelphia. As my good friend Mr. Mystic would say, are you a believer? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in music? Believe me, I do. This is the doctor, Dr. Lou. If you believe in love, music, and a heck of a good time, check out www.drloumusic on the net right flipping now. Yes, that's where you can find all the information about Dr. Lou's music and film productions. Philadelphia's only host for independent films and the House of Blues radio hour with none other than Hollywood Blues, a.k.a. Dan Aykroyd. If you are a believer and believe in yourself, believe me, this is one prescription you're going to want to take. Seriously. That's www.drmusic.com. On your host, WNJC1360.com, your blues and independent music source.
The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 856-848-8089.
Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us, Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089.
Head boy?
Hi, Grandpa.
What's the matter?
My girl's such a pain. She's got all this stuff to do before the wedding, and she's put me in charge of getting the wedding invitations printed. I don't know about any of this stuff.
You need copies and more.
Tell me about it. I also have to get all the flyers for the softball game this Saturday done.
Yep, you need copies and more.
Yes, I heard you. And what's more, I have to get print-ups of this year's quarterly at my firm. There's no way I'm going to have it all ready. What am I going to do?
You need copies and more.
I know I need copies and more. I'm not an idiot.
Sure you are. Copies and More is the one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, invitations, presentations, even posters and magnets. Everything can be done at Copies and More. Good prices, too. Give them a call at 856-845-6770. They'll take good care of you over there.
Thanks, I will.
And don't forget that's Copies and More at 240 South Broadway in Woodbury, New Jersey at 856-845-6770.
Thanks, Copies and More. And here I thought you were repeating yourself because you were losing it.
No, I ain't the one who got stuck doing wedding invitations.
Grandpa, that's Copies and More at 856-845-6770.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour, the world's free call-in live psychic talk show here at WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Actually, it's Washington Township in Sewell, New Jersey, I think, but hey, it's heard everywhere. Thanks to the beauty of the internet, www.themysticsrealm.com, WNJC1360.com, and gosh, all kinds of different places out there. It's amazing we got the technology that way we do. And, you know, everything moves on in technology. It always has, you know. Everything that we said couldn't be done, 30 years ago, we're doing now. It's just absolutely amazing. And our technology is advanced in so many different stages in every aspect of life, things you wouldn't even imagine. Just a few months back, I was actually walking past a sewing machine, and the sewing machine, as I walked past the window, I noticed that it had a 1.2 gigahertz processor in it. And I had to wonder what all that processing power does in a sewing machine. And it turns out that the darn thing actually hooks up to the internet, downloads stitch patterns, and pretty much sews stuff itself. It's pretty spooky. But, I mean, just everything we have is, so high-tech now. And that includes, like, everything, even our hobbies, like our gaming industry. When things, we've been playing games forever, and, it started with dice games and card games, and, it just kind of progressed from there. Now we're playing these, massive video games, and it's just absolutely amazing. But, even the role-playing aspect, like, we've always had the Renaissance fairs and stuff like that, but, we've also been playing role-playing games, all our lives, since the inception of Dungeons and Dragons back, in the 70s. It kind of progressed into video games, and now we're playing these war simulations all over the place, and it's just amazing the technology that we have, and how we've been able to use it in every aspect, even our fun. It's not just used for the military anymore, or the government anymore, but I mean, it's used for fun, and I think that is a great thing. And with the spirit of that, you guys have always known me as a man of peace, doing this radio show for the past 7 years. But I've also, been a very big gamer all my life. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing. And not necessarily the sports games, but the role-playing and military simulation, believe it or not. I've always enjoyed that, just for the fun of it, And with that nowadays, with everything we got going on technologically-wise, big word, it's just amazing. And now we've actually come up with paintball guns for those of you that don't know. And we've taken these paintball guns and made them to look, act, and feel just like real weapons. Of course, they still have their orange tag, but my point is they're basically these toy guns that look, act, and feel very realistic, and they're actually used in wartime simulations, kind of like a role-playing game. But you're out there, you know, shooting and having fun with your friends and just having a great time out there in the fields and enjoying the countryside and camping out and whatnot and just playing war all day, you know, kind of like back in the day when you were playing cops and robbers with dot guns. Well, this is a little more extreme, but it's still a lot of fun. So what we're doing is I'm getting together with a company called skirmish.com, and I've actually put together a very interesting little game. Well, actually, it's a large game called AIRSOFT ASSAULT, and it's going to be the hopefully one of the world's largest war campaign simulations ever put together. Sounds like a lot of fun. It's going to be over in Skirmish, USA, in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. It's going to be $89 for the entire weekend. It's going to be ages 14 and up with a parent or a guardian. And we're just going to be going out there and playing war games all weekend, folks. So if you get a chance, you know, those of you out there with airsoft guns, strictly airsoft, no paintball allowed, you guys are welcome to check out skirmish.com for details. And you can give them a call at 1-800-SKIRMISH and enlist as soon as you can. And you can also check out a little bit more about the event on my website, themysticsrealm.com. So if you get a chance, check that out. And sign on up. It's going to be a great time had by all, you know, great father and son type of thing. Great for, you know, co-workers and law enforcement, especially law enforcement and military are welcome. I was actually told by the creator of Dungeons & Dragons, Gary Gygax, that this was awesome. Looked awesome. So I was very impressed with it. I actually wrote an email back and forth with him, and just a neat guy. But he said this was an awesome idea, so I'm very, very patty on the back kind of thing about that. But yeah, check it out. It should be a lot of fun. Also, I want to remind you all that we do have that cruise coming up in December of 2007. This is going to be from the 2nd to the 9th. And what we're going to be doing there is going to be the Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's also going to be, you know, really interesting. I plan on doing 3 different seminars on better living through the spirit, how to better listen to your instincts and your intuition. And my final segment will actually be prophecies and more, where we'll be talking about the different prophecies of the future from various prophets throughout the world, including myself, visions that I've had and seen, you know, that have come true, and stuff that I've seen that are soon to come true, I guess would be a good way to put it. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, while we're there, for those of you that are booking the cruise that can snorkel, we're actually having a team go out right off the coast of the Bahamas at the beginning of some ruins. And these ruins were said to be built by Atlanteans. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go out there and bring my film crew and the whole bit with me. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to snorkel down, because I can actually hold my breath for a couple minutes, and go down and try to perform an underwater psychic reading on these stone slabs. We're only going to be going down 10, 15 feet, and I think it'll be very interesting, so we're going to check that out, see how it works out, and who knows what we'll find down there. I may, you know, discover a location of a new statue or something neat. Who knows? I'm really looking forward to going. And it's only $100 a night, and you guys can check out more on that at www.cruiseevents.net. And you guys have heard the commercial for it, but I will remind you that the AIRSOFT ASSAULT thing will have a commercial next week, this coming week, folks. So listen for that. And, of course, those of you that check me out on YouTube, we're actually going to be having a full-fledged commercial on there shortly, so it should be really, really neat. Can't wait. So that's what we got as far as that's concerned. But yeah, the Psychic Cruise is going to be from December 2nd to the 9th. And again, It's about $100 a night, and we're going to have a cocktail party, a little dance, and some really special stuff, and some great food. And of course, we're going to be on one of the largest cruise ships in the world, and we're going to be doing this all at the Bahamas. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to actually leave from Fort Lauderdale, so we should be in the Bahamas by nightfall. We should be hitting the first island. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We'll be there right at sunset. I just think it's going to be a beautiful start to a beautiful week. What do you guys think? I think it'll be awesome. All right, so that's pretty much that. Now, I also want to remind all of you that, there's a lot of really crazy stuff going on in this world today. And there's a lot of crazy accusations that are going to be, flying back and forth, that still. But, you guys have to remember, as far as politics are concerned, I mean, these are politicians. There's not one politician that is in office, that is held in office for any length of time, that isn't, a bit dirty. You have to be in order to be a politician. That's just the way of things, folks. And you're just going to have to accept that, and that includes the Bush administration, that includes the Clinton administration, that includes, the Carter administration, that includes everybody in between, all the way back. I'm sure George Washington had dirty hands somewhere, and he's the father, I know he used to grow a lot of marijuana, is what I heard somewhere, but anyway, that's not right, is it? No, it wasn't the time, I guess. He was actually, from what I understand, he was exporting hemp. So, the father of our country. And yet there's all these, marijuana laws that are being, thrown around in the whole bit. Just like every other law, we're also working on the laws on whether or not we should have capital punishment. I don't know, folks, I don't really want to touch this one too much, but, I mean, I understand. When it comes down to it, if somebody was to do harm to one of my family members, I wouldn't want to be left alone in the room with them, would you? If someone killed a member of your family, or your son, or your daughter, or your mother, or father, and somebody put them in the same room with you, no holds barred, to do, say, whatever you want. You can't tell me 90% of you out there wouldn't at least give them a serious beatdown. I'm sorry. I just, they say, oh no, everybody says that we should abolish capital punishment. I don't believe you. I don't believe the statistics. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You can go to all the different networks. If you don't like one survey's opinion poll, then you can just click the channel and get a totally different result on another opinion poll about the same exact topic on a different channel on a different network. So, don't listen to any of that crap, folks. It's just poop, all of it. And as far as these politicians, yes, they're all crooked. Of course they're crooked. They're politicians. That's what we pay them for. That's where our taxpayer dollars go. So we don't have to have our fingers dirty. We don't have to have our hands dirty. We don't have to decide, oh, you know what, we're going to take these people's house for eminent domain. Or, we're going to, stomp this educational bill. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to take somebody's house away. You don't want to have to take food out of somebody's mouth. But somebody has to do it sometimes. And you can't do it with a conscience. You can't. So, all these people that are out there saying, oh, everybody's, crooked in the administration and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's crooked in every administration. Doesn't matter. Nobody's clean. Or they wouldn't be where they are. That's just the way I see it, folks. I always tell you what I see, and that's what I see. Nobody is clear. And it goes a lot further than this administration, folks. It goes a lot further than this country. People always ask me, who I think the Antichrist is. What guy is it? Is it Bush? Is it Carter? Is it Al Gore? Somebody said that to me once. Somebody asked me if, it was Ronald Reagan. Folks, I'll tell you, we've had a few Antichrists, what we consider Antichrists, in this existence of ours. We've had a few of them. We consider, Hitler to be one. We consider a bunch of Napoleon to be one. We consider a bunch of people throughout history to be one. But, it's not the person as much as the intention that's really evil here. And I think this time around, and I have a lot of reason to think this, but I think this time around the Antichrist, if you will, the great Satan, if you will, is going to be a very large organization. I honestly believe it's going to be the UN by the time this whole thing's over, folks. And we're going to see a little bit of that this year. I made a prediction this year about it, that the UN is going to do something that just doesn't sit well with anybody, and they're going to get caught in the act, and it's going to be kind of interesting. So we'll wait for that this year. We'll see what happens later on, and of course, we'll update you as soon as we know. But, there's some funky things I'm sensing with the UN coming up, folks. I don't know, I sense some really ugly stuff, and I know their intentions are good. There's nothing wrong with peace. I'm totally down with peace. I think peace is great. I love it. I'm a big fan of America. I love this country with everything I got. I have total respect for our troops. I have total respect for, the war on terror and that whole mess, and, kicking Bin Laden, and, I'm down with all of that mess. But what I'm not down with is when people are so concerned over what's going on everywhere else that they're actually blinding themselves to what's really happening here. And the media doesn't help. Radio shows don't help. Television doesn't help. Because it seems like now everybody's giving their opinion instead of fact. And that includes myself. I have, I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, this is my opinion, but people are listening, and that's great for ratings and yada, yada, yada. That's very, very cool. But, when I want to watch the news, this is not the news. You guys tune into this show to hear my rantings, and let me tell you what I see for you. But when I watch the news, I don't care what Lou Dobbs thinks. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what Geraldo thinks. I don't care what any of these news people think. I just want to know what's happening. I just want to know what the facts are right now. And all these opinions from all these other, newscasters, it's not helping anything. It's not educating any of us. It's just telling us what they think. And, this is why people like Anna Nicole Smith can make the news for 2 weeks after her death, and yet our soldiers, can perish, and we hear about them one time, and that's it. That stinks. I think there needs to be a change there. But it's nothing you people can do, except complain to your media that you don't want to listen to opinion anymore, that instead you'd rather, if you wanted to listen to opinion, you'd watch the Mystic Hour, or listen to the Mystic Hour, and go with that instead. But, it's really starting to sicken me, because it's actually not informing us. The news used to be informative, and that was their whole goal. That was their whole key behind it. But now it's just becoming so political and so biased and so opinionated that, this is what how communism started, folks. It's just this way, to where we're being told by the media what to think. We're being told by the media, by the state, what to do. And, we're falling right into it, all of us. And I don't think it's the administration's fault. I think it's the media's fault. I really do. I think it's the media's fault on that. Again, if you guys wanted to listen to opinion, please listen to my show every week. But, I'm not the news. And if I was the news, you can believe me, I would be out there pushing nothing but the news, and not telling you what I thought or what I cared about, or, because it's, number one, it would be nobody's business what I cared or thought about at that point, because it's not about me, it's about the news. It's about the facts that are happening. It's about occurrences and experiences around the world, not what anybody thinks. So media, if you're listening, all of you networks, get it together. Let's get some news. Let's find out some facts. Let's not hear about opinions and, this whole mess, because, my gosh, it's just ugly. The whole thing is ugly. So knock it off. Now, one last thing I wanted to mention to you guys really quickly, and then we got to get out of here because time is very, very short. But I also want to mention to you that during this year, as this year progresses, we have already done some pretty amazing things on this show. One of which is we're actually being able to film each episode, most every episode, and putting it up on YouTube for your comments, suggestions. You guys are welcome to, by all means do so. Just keep the profanity, minimal. But at the same time, we have progressed a bit. We are moving into a new place, and that includes the studio. And we're also going to have a brand new set here coming up in the next week or two. And we're going to be bringing in, some bigger, better stuff. And that includes a couple more guests this year that are just going to be awesome. And I think we're going to be bringing back a couple old ones, too, because they were really neat. So, all I ask is that you guys do tell a friend. Let them know that they can get free psychic advice every Tuesday night at 10 p.m., just as you guys have tonight. And, come on out to some of my shows. I'll be appearing this coming Thursday over at Dempster's in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I'll be there from 7 to 10 doing absolutely free psychic readings for the public, folks. All you got to do is get a little something off of the menu there, and you get a free psychic reading with me. So it's pretty cool. Okay. Also, I want to mention very quickly that once we do get in there, we're going to be going back into the music scene and working that out so that we can get this album to you ASAP. I'm doing it myself, folks, and of course bringing some wonderful musicians along for you to enjoy. And it's going to be good stuff, and we got some great ideas and some great progression. Oh, I wanted to mention, too, the AIRSOFT ASSAULT. I'm actually going to be filming a commercial for it in the very next week or two, and we should be also putting that on my website, themysticsrealm.com, very shortly. Also, those of you that would like a private reading live with me, you guys are welcome to book an appointment. The readings vary as far as price, depending on how you do it. It's like $40 for a half hour on the net, or you can call me personally and sit down with me, and that's $60, and we cover everything under the sun either way. Also, you guys can book me for parties. I'm available for that. Again, you can give me a call at 856-803-4463, and of course, you guys can check me out at themysticsrealm.com. And that's pretty much it, my brothers and sisters. So I think we've pretty much covered everything. But again, I want to thank you all, as always, for tuning into my show every week. It's always a pleasure, and as long as the calls keep coming, I will definitely keep doing this show. I love it. And I love you. You all know this. Also, I do want to thank WNJC for, almost 7 years altogether now. We're in our 7th season now. And it's just been an amazing ride, and we've had some people come and go in front of us and behind us, and now it looks like we're in solid. We've got a great Tuesday night lineup. Everybody from Josh Schilling to Harry Wolf and Ray Davis and myself and Sports Maniacs. I mean, we've just got a great lineup on Tuesdays, so you guys got to stay tuned for that. And, of course, stay tuned every week for this show. And remember, again, please tell a friend, keep God in your heart, and, again, know that I love you all like that. Of course, I'd like to thank the good Lord above for making all these great things possible. I'd like to thank the lovely Karen over at WNJC for making all this radio stuff happen. You are the bomb, my dear. Thank you so much. And, folks, we love you. We'll catch you next week. Take care.